Do private investigators work with law enforcement? Well, the answer to that is complicated. So normally we do not work together with law enforcement. We may work parallel investigations. So for instance, I worked a suspicious death investigation, and while the police were performing their own investigation, I worked a parallel investigation without stepping on their toes. So when PIs work with law enforcement, generally the information only flows one way. So law enforcement is fantastic about listening to what I have to say and any news or information that I come up with, but they don't share the other direction. They're not allowed to. So yes, we can work parallel investigations. And then I've heard of PIs working along with law enforcement to do stings. So maybe undercover cigarette buys or things of that nature, but that's very rare. It's very rare. They'll usually use one of their own to do that. Can you forge good relationships with law enforcement as a PI? Yes, I have done that over the years. I live in a small incorporated city, and I am very familiar with the police department here and have a great relationship with them. In other cases, in larger areas, it's just harder to get to know the officers there just because there are so many of them. When working in detention centers, I have to go into certain prisons, jails, etc. You get to know the people that are out there over the years. And then everybody retires at the same time and you have to start over. So it's a complicated relationship, but it's not necessarily a bad relationship. It can be a very good relationship, depending on how you are with them and whether or not you feel that you can work with them and not against them. I never recommend a PI working against law enforcement. In the last, 2 decades, police and law enforcement departments have come under fire for excessive force and some really bad actors performing there in their jurisdiction. So have I investigated what we would call a bad cop? Yes. Yeah. Have I done that privately for families? Yes. Do I do that for the government? No. So being in the business as long as I have, I can kind of pick and choose the cases I want to work, and I just choose very carefully. I'll leave it at that. I'm Anna Stowe. I'm a private investigator in California with over 24 years of experience. And if you have any questions about that, leave me some comments. I'm happy to answer. Bye.